pass. Now it's Cruyff, and he's got the beating of his man. Shot, surely! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Santos really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Galatasaray are looking to go forward now. Well, there's the clearance. Cafu is always looking to play quality balls. Great ball, and he's in here. Shapes to shoot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Goal! Galatasaray! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Galatasaray have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Maradona. It's Maradona! Mbappe. Costa Curta wins the duel this time.
Santos certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Maradona going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Maradona. He's well positioned. Cruyff! Griezmann with the clearance. Cannavaro. And it's Messi. Shifted it to the flank. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Galatasaray clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was...
Shoots! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Galatasaray are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Now it's Cruyff, and he was alert to it. It's a really well-measured ball. Spread out to the left. And the first 45 minutes are up. How would you review the first half?
Santos certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And the shot! No mistake! And the second half is off to a flyer! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And here's Haaland, and it's been played through. Santos can't breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Beckham. And it's Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Santos are still behind, but they've increased their level.
That's rather hopeful. Cafu. That's Rijkaard. Beckham. Aims beyond the defence. He's had a shot! He's scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Mbappe gets a foot in here, knocks it into space. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Maradona. Now it's Cruyff. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Maradona. And Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Messi. Tchouameni is the guilty party there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Substituição no time do Santos.
Santos
Camisa
choosing
10.
to make the first change.
Camisa 20. Camisa
This is
14.
Ibrahimovic.
Deixando o campo
Great vision.
para a entrada de
Ibrahimovic
camisa
had a really
24.
good go at breaking through,
Camisa
but
18.
ultimately, great chance!
Camisa 9.
Cannavaro. That looks a decent ball. That is a brilliant interception. Neymar. Griezmann concedes a free kick for that. And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
And he has been fouled there. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
E Manchester United.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Now it's Messi. He's had it taken off him. Messi couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with.
He's having a shot! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Bruno Fernandes! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Hernandez cuts out the pass. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Hazard! No, he didn't quite meet it, and the keeper's given it, and he shoots! They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Great vision. Looking to play him in. And he's had it nicked away. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Mbappe. And it's Messi. De Ligt calmly anticipates. Neymar looks to get on the end of this. Neymar. He's the one. Can he finish? Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
And this is Cruyff. Couldn't squeeze it through. Cannavaro cuts it out. Messi, who does have an assist to his name, just eases him off the ball. Hazard. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Lovely pass. He's had a shot! Rijkaard. Now it's Maradona. And this is Cruyff. Neymar. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that is a nice touch. Looking for the run. Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably. Beckham. And it's Messi. Now it's Cruyff. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And it's Messi. Mbappe. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Messi. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
And it's Maradona.
Such good technique.
Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, it's come to nothing. Well read, nice interception. Serginho is onto it in a flash. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Bruno Fernandes. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Hazard. And Neymar. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And so we're off again. Bruno Fernandes. De Ligt. Back towards the middle. Hernandez. Marquinhos. And it's Walker. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Kyle Walker is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Beckham looking to play it into the box. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Decent hit from there. Mbappe. Walker does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Hazard. Oh, good-looking ball. Hazard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And this is Messi. And it's Serginho. Oh, that's a key interception. Messi. And here's Mbappe. And he's being shifted off it. Walker did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And he's on his way! And Cruyff! That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substituição no time do Santos.
Beckham to take it as usual.
Camisa 20, camisa 14, deixando o campo para a entrada. Camisa 24,
Went with his head but couldn't steer it in.
Neymar.
Santos perhaps contemplating their next change here. Kyle Walker. Hernandez. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Cannavaro gets in to thwart him. Neymar. And it's Ibrahimovic. Cafu. It's not an especially good pass, that. Beckham. Now Mbappe. Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Climbs up big! Goal! Santos! Into the lead once more. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attack.
Oh, what has happened here?
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He's in a great position here. Cafu. Sane. Tries to play it through. Bernardo Silva. Marquinhos. Bernardo Silva. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That has not gone well. Can he get it through? Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. And there's green grass ahead of him. Deftly away. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Santos really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. Well, the defence proved... Oh, that is asking... Mbappe! Oh, taken with style! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Santos could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Beckham spots it and intercepts. And that is as far as it goes. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Maradona. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, that looks a decent ball. Rijkaard. Now it's Maradona. Maradona. Good driving run. Pinches it off him. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Mbappe! And that's a simple one for the keeper. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Nichols as yet, but it has been pretty lively. Kukçu. Elise.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He can run onto that. Maradona picks it up out wide. Hit into the middle. It's a mighty effort! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And another try! Corner then. Santos with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And this is Roberto Baggio. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Can he get it through? And he plays one through. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Santos present their opponents with the best possible chance here. The major moment in the game. That is some save from Khan. And it's Kukçu. Kukçu! Rising over the bar.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
Vinicius Junior. Rijkaard powering forward here. Mbappe. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Baggio. Did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
It's their second corner of the game. It's run loose, who's going to get there? And now a sudden chance to counter. He's got away. Mbappe. That's a cute ball. It's played through for him. Now this could be a chance.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
And here's Cruyff. And this is Maradona. Good read, needed to be. Elise, not the most accurate pass. Roberto Baggio. Picked out, shoots! Crossbar comes to the rescue. He's got away with one there. That has been slung wide. And it's Baggio. Maradona. Maradona going face-to-face with his great rival. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Kukcu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Hernandez. It's Vinicius Junior. The ball is over the line. Turns back here, probably the best option. That's an imaginative pass. Vinicius Junior. Decent chance! Roberto Baggio. Now it's Maradona. Great defending, strong and determined. Alexander-Arnold. He's got space here. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. This possibly the last play of the half. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Mbappe. That pass isn't the best. And that'll be the final action of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point.
A very entertaining half, Peter. The game's being played at a really good intensity. It's been open. It's been quite end-to-end, and I think the crowd are really immersing themselves into this, and I just hope we get more of the same in the second half, something to look forward to.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And the second half gets underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Great vision. This is Batistuta. Now it's Elise. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Vinicius Junior, and he's managed to get free. He's had a shot!
This is the time you need that pace.
And that is as far as they're going to go. He's on it, can he get away? And Batistuta! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short. Alexander-Arnold fired deep towards the back post.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
That is good alertness. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Alexander-Arnold. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Santos have got it back and they'll have another go.
Santos have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And this is Cruyff. Not the most convincing of passes. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Olise! Now, who's going to be first to this? That has ended up in no man's land. And a chance! He's scored! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Substituição no time do Santos.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So we have the first goal.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Santos are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he's being shifted off it. Engages and forces him off the ball. Nicely weighted ball. Olise is wide and looking to get onto this. Big header! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, atenção! O fumo só é permitido nas áreas indicadas.